live from the rinks. It's Monday Night Hockey on the Long Island Sports Network. Welcome, everyone. My name is Jack Zisk, and I'd like to thank you for joining us tonight for the final JV game here on the South Rink. Tonight's matchup between the 12-2 and 1 PatMed Raiders and the Longwood Lions, who are sitting at 8-5-2. A potential playoff preview, as the Raiders are currently sitting in second place in the division. And funny enough, guess who's sitting in seventh? None other than Longwood Junior Varsity. Yes, unlike the Varsity program, Longwood's JV program appears playoff bound. Of course, that can only mean good things for the Varsity program, which is why I raise it, because this is a stacked roster. They're getting short tonight, but man, they got a team. They got some kids in the pipeline here. No Coy Witt. No Oleg Zudlikovsky. No Colin Kelly. Those are the absences for the Lions. On the other side, no Christopher Suriano. No Matt Falzone. And Zudlikovsky, the rangy defender, he's a big loss for them, as is Colin Kelly, the dynamic two-way scoring threat, and Coy Witt, who's averaging a goal per game, but has only played 4 this season. They're definitely a squad that's no stranger to playing short-handed, but the ones that show up, no matter who it is, because they've all missed games, well, they're always pretty good. Michael Clementi leads them in goals. He's got a 17 tucks on the season, 6 apples to go with. So that's 23 points on the campaign. And as we take a look at the leading scorers for tonight's matchup, Jacob Strong leads all scorers tonight with 19 goals, 10 assists, 28 points. But the aforementioned Michael Clementi, 17 goals, 6 assists, 23 points. He's still sitting in the top 15, so not too bad at all for him. The battle of 2 workhorse netminders, as Tannenbaum, Martins, and Jackson Murray, as well as Thomas Urbanski, actually. So there's 4 netminders who have played 15 games and started 15 games. The league leader is actually Nick Tempone, and that's because he's going to get a chance to play more than 20 games because of an injury sustained to his counterpart on St. Anthony's JV goal. That's Declan Hefferman. So Tempone, because he's with the Friars program, they're allowed to transfer him between JV squads because they only have 2 JV netminders. So he's seen some time with both squads. He's going to end up leading the league, at least in the regular season, in starts. And we'll see how it goes come playoffs. Jackson Murray could make a big run. Sebastian Martins and Longwood, don't count them out. And Luke Tannenbaum, who made the All-Star team 2 years ago. I believe he was unavailable this time around, but he was selected. JV, they only went with 2 netminders for each squad, but Tannenbaum and I forget who it was for East Islip. I believe it would have been O'Shea who would have been selected, but EI was unable to send a representative as well. Yeah, regardless of all that, Martins versus Tannenbaum here tonight. Tannenbaum is second among all netminders and goals against, but he's played the most games while doing it. And here tonight, Brogan Heinlein and Melina Lassess, they'll be flanking Mike Clementi for the opening draw, while Charlie Beaudry, Chris Bolero on the back end, Jake Strong. Actually, my apologies, Strong won't start. It'll be Rocco Azara, along with Bailey Ward. On that far side, at Panaccia, but it's Alexander Gapinoff who gets off the draw, fires a shot, that's deflected. Rebound comes free to the corner. Ward looking, shot from an off angle, goes off the back of Martin's net, comes up, not out of the zone. Turnover coming in. Bolero forces it free. Heinlein will come in. Russo and Gapinoff, the defensive pair. Clementi looking to split them, but Russo breaks up the play. Lassess, my apologies. Can't force a 3. Panaccia heads the other way, enters the zone, pulls up, looking for the pass. Poked off his stick. Bolero racing up ice, gets tripped up, makes the pass to Heinlein. Enters, pulls up, fires a shot, turned aside. Rebound is free. Longwood battling for it. Up but not out of the zone. Bailey Ward carries it back. Kangema forces the turnover. Holding the line, Bolero takes a hit, loses possession, tied up here. And now the Raiders heading the other way. Gampinoff with speed, coming in. Clementi can't force him off the puck. Shot saved, Martins. We get a whistle. Stoppage comes with 13:51. An early back and forth between these two clubs. Contry and the dot. Matched up against Ranieri. Face-off is one back. Shot from the point goes wide. Martorello on it, looking to reverse. Carries it towards the slot. Breaks free, shot. Redirected, rebound, Ranieri. Looking, finds Martorano. Shot deflected into the netting. We get a stoppage. Fast-paced start for both clubs. And Ranieri has it off the draw. Under pressure from D'Amico. He ties him up. Contry forces a turnover. Ships it free, looking to secure possession beneath the goal line. Grayson Benoit enters the fray, sends it up but not out to Kotri against Azara. Luca Azara pulls up, walks in, pass. Martorello. Broken up by Kangema. Comes out to Vignato. Cuts in. Tied up. Jake Ranieri gets possession. Looking towards the back door. Curls towards the wall instead. Makes the second escape turn. Kangema. Poke check. Forcing it free. Martorello holds it in. Shot. Goes wide. Napoli can't get to it. Comes to Luca Azara. Poke check. Turnover. Forced by D'Amico. Coming up ice with Kangema. Luca Azara on the back check. Nicotri the trailer. Shot. Rebound comes free. D'Amico is trying to send it towards the slot. Comes to Nicotri. Tied up. Raiders get it up. They head it out other way. Coming in. Ranieri. Looking towards the back door. Pass. Deflected. Picked up by Nicotri, the back checker. Lead pass. Comes to Kangema. Poked off his stick. Second effort. Alexander D'Amico. Enters. Pulls up. Alex D'Amico curls towards the wall. Pass Clementi in the slot. Tries to slip past Martorello. Raiders force a turnover. Jake Strong heading up ice as Beaudry can't break the play up. Heading in, shot, scores! Raiders find the back of the net first. And you're going to see here just a shot from an off angle from Jake Strong. He's going to walk in here, pulls up, slips by Charlie Beaudry. Second effort, and the shot slips past that pad holding the pipe of Martin's seemingly unassuming shot, and PatMed capitalizes. Face-off is won. Raiders got the zone entry. They left as soon as it entered, and Heinlein now on the attack. Jake Strong with possession. Gordiello on him. Forces him outside, pulls up beneath the net. Escapes pressure, but a good effort by the pesky Longwood forward. Strong, heading up ice. Pass to Michael Noon. He enters, pulls up, looking for the shot. Has possession. Carries to the outside, pass towards the front, broken up. Sent up, out of the zone, racing after it. Rogan Heinlein. But on the back check, Trevor Rodecker. Heads up ice, fires it in. Bolero settles. Beaudry has an older brother with the Varsity program, I believe. That'd be Jack, who potted his first of his career a couple weeks ago as that shot's turned aside. Puck is free. Noon shot, redirected. Bolero battling with Noon. Comes away with it. Hatfeld on the other side. Gordiello pressures. Forces it free. Up, out of the zone, using his speed and transition nicely there. Gets held up by Noon, and they force the turnover. Gampinoff takes over. Clementi trying to cover him. Lead pass. And Strong enters. Pulls up. Poked off his stick. Strong effort by Grayson Benoit. No pun intended. Sent off the wall. Bolero can't settle in his skates. Russo against Clementi. Pokes it free. Durnick had it momentarily. Lissess, second effort, strong. Lifts the stick of a pinching Bolero in neutral zone. Cuts in all the way down into the corner. Lissess covering. Takes a hit from Strong. Puck comes to Bolero. Looks across ice. Can't find the look and try to put it off the wall for a Grayson Benoit as he looked to join the rush. D'Amico on the attack. The Coterie with him. Looking to force it free. Poke check. Gapinoff pulls up. Two-time All-Star for the PatMed Raiders. Pass off the stick of Ward. Racing after it. Benoit picks it up. Pulls up with possession. Backhand pass. Makes its way to Lissess. Looking across. The Coterie cutting up ice. The Longwood captain enters the zone. Pulls up. Fires a shot. Redirected. D'Amico picks it up. Looks towards the point. Can't find a look. Battles with Luca Azara. Penalty's been drawn. The Coterie. Shot. Turned aside. It was deflected through traffic, and we get a whistle. Martin's making his way to the bench, heading right back out to the locker room. 9:24 remaining. Luca Azara heads to the box. Longwood heads to the power play. They trail by 1 here early on in the first frame, and now they look to answer back on the power play. D'Amico, Lissess, and Coterie up front. Benoit and Contry on the back end. Face off, won by the Raiders. They head up ice. Contry looking to keep Azara to the outside. That's Rocca Azara, the PatMed captain. Benoit reversing to Contry. And Contry looks cross ice, wants Lissess. Ends up going D to D as Lissess ends up colliding with Ignato, and the pass comes to the Coterie. He walks in, cuts the outside, shields it, pass in front, can't connect with D'Amico. Lissess flex in the corner, the captain Azara forces it free, but the Coterie second effort, holding it in initially. Comes to Lissess, shot, blocked, second attempt, cutting in, shot, turned aside, toe save and a beauty for Tannenbaum. The seemingly unassuming shot as that one goes length of the ice. Benoit collects under pressure from the Raiders captain, sends it up the wall, held in at the line. Ranieri chips it to himself. Contry, second effort, comes to Benoit. He leaves it, chip past. And D'Amico enters with speed, pulls up, under pressure, pass, shot, save! Tannenbaum. Looking to get to work, Clementi with possession, looking for the wraparound, shot, turned aside, rebound is free. Contry can't settle it, comes to Clementi, pulls up, looking, walks the line, carries, drops it off. Contry gets tied up, nearly loses possession against Vignato. Tried to make the pass to the Coterie, and then Bolero can't hold the line. Turnover force. Longwood re-enters. Coterie. Nice move against Rocco Azara. Walks in, pass across. Intended for Bolero, it's behind him. 25 seconds remaining on the power plays. That one leaves the zone. Battling for it, it's Ranieri. But Bolero comes away with it, pulls up, under pressure. Uses the net to create space, but Ranieri doesn't bite. 10 seconds remaining on the power play. Ranieri content to let him stay there as Clementi picks it up. Under pressure, drops it off to Bolero. That'll do it for the power play as Longwood fires a cross-ice pass. D'Amico enters. Leaves as soon as he got it in. Now as they've checked up Kangema on the forecheck for Longwood. Raiders with possession. Gapinoff curling. Pulls up. Heads up ice with speed. Cuts towards center ice. Crosses the blue line. Toe drag. Knocked off the puck by Clementi. Gapinoff wants the call. He won't get it. Bit confused why he wants it, to be honest. Couldn't really see from my angle what he was upset about, but as Clementi forces a turnover, puck comes up and out of the zone. Beaudry chipping it that time, and now the puck comes all the way back. Russo looking across. Can't find the D-to-D options. Makes the lead pass to Ranieri. He walks in. Pulls up, but Beaudry forces him outside. Still has possession. Lead pass. The point. Russo shot. Redirected. Goes off the pad of Martins. Bolero has it. Looking up ice. Lead pass. This time intended for Clementi. He gets a stick on it. Slips through. Gapinoff under pressure from Michael Clementi. He forces him to pull up. PatMed defender makes the pass cross ice. Napoli settles it. Looking. And his pass goes awry to Grayson Benoit, who looks up ice. Trying to find Clementi, ends up getting deflected by the skate. Gordiello as Benoit breaks up the play as Gapinoff drives to the ice. Now Longwood heading the other way. Clementi Walks in, shot. The rebound's corralled by Longwood. Sent around the wall. Racing in, Lissesi. Head full of steam. Shot towards the front. Plate ends up coming out of the zone. Contry couldn't hold off Martorello. Clementi does. Takes a hit, trying to draw a charge. He looks like, and not sure how many NBA fans you're going to have watching a high school hockey broadcast, but it was almost Jalen Brunson-like. He just keeps sitting there and looking to draw those. Well, there's not charging calls in this case, but you get the idea. Contry turns aside the Raiders' zone entry. McCoughtry has it poked off. The stick got a bit too fancy there. Contry with the second effort, trying to hold the line. Can't. Raiders battling for it. And Contry lifts a stick of strong. Puck ends up going in deep, and Brandon Rodecker on it. Looking cross ice. Has Strong. He leaves it. And it's fired in by the defenseman, Gabriel Ignato. Turnover force. Raiders have possession. Puck comes to the point. Brandon Rodecker. Pass. Backdoor. Looking for the shot. Finds it. Turned aside. Martins. Rebound is loose. Can't cover it. Battling for it still. Martins. Wrong side. And it slips through. .430 remaining in the frame. And Martins makes the first stop, but Noon with that backhand pass that ends up fooling him. So as he comes back across, it slips past him short side, and just a tough break for the Longwood netminder. It's a 2-goal lead now for the Raiders. .430 remaining. Face off, tied up, won by PatMed. They enter, pulling up Strong. Tried to split the defender, Bolero, who forces him to pull up. Ends up in the corner. Beaudry reverses. Bolero picks it up. Lead pass. Broken up. Coming in. Shot. Save Martins. Rebound is free. Heading the other way. Bolero with possession. Against Rodecker. Cuts in. Looking for the wraparound. Shot. Turned aside. Rebound is free. Net. Initially appeared like it came off. Puck is loose in front. Longwood can't capitalize. Battling for it. Pat sent towards the front. Raiders get the clear. Bolero gets possession. Looking D to D. Ends up being unable to find one, so he ends up threading the needle on a pass to Lissesi. Or Lissess, rather, as the zone entry is denied. Second attempt for Longwood. They chip it in. McCoughtry racing after it against Noon. Stick lift. Lissess comes in. Shot. Redirected. Tannenbaum with the cover. We get a whistle and a stoppage with 3:26 remaining in the frame. Two goals here tonight. For PatMed, Jake Strong from Michael Noon, and Jake Strong from Ryan Mattfeld. One short of the hat trick. Battle for possession. Congemma keeps it in. Longwood looks to get to work on the forecheck. Gordiello forces the pass to Durnick. Bolero can't hold the line, but he does tie him up. Puck comes to Rocco Azara. He chips it in, racing after it. Bailey Ward, left wing corner. Beaudry pressuring, keeping him outside. Continuing to battle for it. Puck comes up to the point, but it leaves the zone. Luca Azara looks D to D. Under pressure. Heinlein deflects that one. Comes free to late offsides. Bolero picks up, races up ice, enters the zone, cuts the outside, splits through, gets taken down. We get a whistle and a penalty going against the PatMed Raiders. A great play by Chris Bolero. He draws the penalty. He sends Longwood to the power play. Luca Azara called for a cross check earlier in the frame, and this time a shot from Tannenbaum redirected into the netting to get a stoppage. Just 3 seconds gone by on the power play. Still waiting on an update for what the call was. As the face-off is won by the Raiders. They have possession. They're on the kill. Gapinoff up and out of the zone. The penalty. Assessed this time once again to Luca Azara, this time for tripping. Not much he could have done to avoid it. As the pass to Congemma. Off target. Enters. Gapinoff. Forced outside. Shot turned aside by Martins. Benoit versing it up the wall. Held in by the Raiders. Comes back. Lions, cross ice feed. Rogan Heinlein can't settle it. Puck rolled on him. Raiders heading to the way. Contry breaks the play up initially. Comes back. Longwood defender. Moves it to Lessess. Lead pass intended for Heinlein. That one goes all the way down. We get a stoppage. A bad bounce for the Longwood Lions. 50 seconds gone by. 1:57 remaining in the frame. Longwood unable to generate much offense on their power play. Heinlein Kangema heads to the bench. Longwood now a body short as Nicotri sent back by the official. So Heinlein has to head back out. PatMed, an offensive zone draw. They're down a man. Russo gapping off at the point. Martorello and Ranieri up front. Face off. Tied up, but won by Clementi. Martorello with the poke check, forcing a change of possession. Heinlein gets the change to Nicotri. The captain steps out onto the ice for Longwood. Lessess racing after it beneath the goal line. Ranieri provides pressure. Ties up. Comes free. Benoit has it. Looks up ice. Cross ice option is Nicotri. Finds him. Longwood enters. Nicotri pulls up under pressure from Gapanov. Pass towards the front. Intercepted. Russo puts it into the corner. Nearly puts it on net. Lessess towards the front. Deflected. Comes to Benoit. Walking in. Shot. Looking for the pass actually to Clementi. Goes awry. Longwood on the defensive. Gapanov making the lead pass. Martorello crashing the net. Contry trying to take him away as Ranieri cuts in. Forced behind the net. Under pressure. Takes a hit. Change of possession. Grayson Benoit. Lead pass intended for Lessessi. Goes awry just behind her and unable to thread the needle. Martorello with possession. Drops it off. D to D. Russo to Gapanov. Looking for Ranieri. Settles for a slap shot all the way down. Martins makes the stop. Pokes it free. Contry. Flex. Penalty will expire. Raiders are a perfect 2 for 2 on the power play. Longwood unable to generate much on the man advantage. Martorello under pressure. Makes the pass across. Looking. Shot. Save. Martins. Puck comes free. Beaudry under pressure. Reverses. Turtle. Coming in. Martins holding his pipe. Shot. Redirected off of Gurnick. Sent towards the slot. Looking for a shot. Contry. Boxes out. Looking up ice. Has Clementi. Pass is deflected. Racing after. Brandon Rodecker on the back check. Clementi can't force it free. Raiders have it. Lead pass. Gurnick. Comes all the way down. Valero picks it up. Pulls up, tried to go D to D. It was deflected. Sent towards the net. Ends up behind it. Martorello. And the period comes to an end. 15 minutes gone by. It's a 2-0 lead. Courtesy of Jake Strong. Back-to-back goals, short side. Each time beating the netminder right next to the pipe. You're watching Suffolk County High School Hockey League action on the Long Island Sports Network. And we'll be right back in 45 seconds. Joking. And we're back. Face off. One back by the Raiders. Lead pass to Jake Strong. Coming in. fires a shot. Saved by Martins. Rebound, strong. Second attempt. Goes wide. Martins definitely watching that pipe carefully after that first period. Strong heading up ice again. Walks in. Pulls up. Looks for the shot. Slips through the defense. Ends up losing the handle. Matfeld on the attack, but Bolero, lead pass. Ends up rolling. Dies out before the goal line. Raiders, lead pass is deflected yet again. Strong settles it. Coming in, Noon with possession. To the outside on his backhand. Strong shot. Goes wide. Heinlein trying to settle the rebound. Comes to Nicotri. Lead pass. Broken up Vignato that time. Comes in. Vignato, that is. The outside shot. Turned aside. Strong save by Martin. D'Amico with possession. Near center ice. Cutting up ice. Enters. Looking for Bolero. Tied up. Leaves the zone. Nicotri has it under pressure for Vignato. Lead pass is broken up. Second attempt comes to Bolero. On the attack. Strong trying to angle him off. Longwood. Defenders carrying it beneath the goal line. Shields it well. Looking for the pass. Escapes pressure. Makes the pass to Nicotri. Shot. Save. Tannenbaum. A nice move. Some great skating from Bolero, but Nicotri under pressure. Not able to get as much on that shot as he would have liked. Clementi in the dot. Matched up against Rocco Azara. Face off. Tied up. Shot towards the net. Ends up going into the left wing corner. Clementi collects. Under pressure. Shields. Cuts towards the net. Pulls up. Walking the line. Carries. Cuts in. Under pressure from Luca Azara. Escapes. Looking. Pressure. Takes contact. Lissess scores! And Longwood finds the back of the net. We'll roll the replay on that one. Go to that, good things happen. Certainly did for Emelina Lissess. That's her first of the season. She's averaging half a point a game, actually, as she fires that one 5-hole. 12:58 remaining in the period. Emelina Lissess with the goal as a turnover is forced. Coming in, Rocco Azara. Lissess on the back check, breaks that play up. A strong play for the Longwood Lions forward. Sent towards the net, Martins with the stop, covers. Puck comes free anyway. Benoit, physical play in the corner. And Raiders initially came away with it. Benoit now has it, second attempt. Looking for Clementi. Rodecker can't box him out. Enters, pulls up, to the outside, looking in. Fires a shot that's turned aside. Turnover. Yearly, Lissess can't get a stick on it at the end of her shift. It's looked strong here tonight as Rodecker enters. Pulls up, shot. Redirected, poked, aside. Lissess settles it with speed. Enters, pulls up, fires a shot, turned aside, on the rebound. Looking to settle it. Pass towards the front, deflected, second attempt. Still rolling, and Rocco Azara against Kyle Contry. Contry boxes out initially, second attempt. Raiders captain enters offsides by just a little bit there. 11:47 remaining in the second stanza. Jake Ranieri jumps the gun, and we get a face-off in the neutral zone. Kunjema, D'Amico, Heinlein. Face-off, tied up, won by Longwood. Heinlein trying to settle it, tied up by Panaccia, but Heinlein comes away with it. And then Gapinoff jumps up into the play, breaks it up, enters the zone. Pass, across, shot, save! Martins. Nicotri, up the wall, Heinlein against Martorello. Gets the clear, but Russo gets the puck. Looking weak side, has Gapinoff, wants to go D to D, can't. Ends up making the lead pass. Martorello enters, D'Amico, pressures. Turnover forced, a strong play by D'Amico. Kunjema tried to give it right back, but ends up giving it to the Raiders. Gapinoff with possession, carries it beneath his own goal line, pulls up, looking. Can't find a look he likes and continues to skate with it, reversing behind his own net with speed, crossing over, and makes the lead pass, give and go. Martorello to Gapinoff, shot, sails over the net, redirected. On the other side, chipped up and out. Strong play by Bolero. Gapinoff under pressure from Kingema and D'Amico, but the Raiders defenseman breaks free, looking for the shot. Can't find it. Pass. Broken up, was looking for Ranieri. Comes back to Gapinoff, poked out of the zone. Racing after it, the captain, Nicotri. Kingema with him, 2-on-1. Pass, Kingema looking. Shot, save, rebound. He scores! And Longwood ties the game at 2. What a beauty from Andrew Kingema. Burying the rebound, makes no mistake, gets all the elevation on that. Luke Tannenbaum is known for making the second, third, and fourth save when required. Know your personnel. Kingema clearly did. Gordiello heading to the locker room. Appears to be an equipment issue, I would assume. Bench boss Fernando Martins gesturing to the player. Just about finding a mouth guard, I believe. Irregardless, it's a 2-2 game. Play will continue. Clementi in the dot. Face off is won by the Raiders. Vignato heading up ice. Takes a hit from Beaudry. Nicotri forcing the turnover. Reverses Clementi. Covering. Looking. Escapes. Pressure. Ducks a hit. Noon racing in. Turnover forced. Nicotri gets it right back. Second attempt. Raiders have it in the slot. Looking for the shot. It's redirected. Puck remains in play. And now heading up ice with speed. Chris Bolero, he's taking it himself. Comes in, cuts the outside, slips through. Looks, shot, scores! Coast to coast! Longwood takes the lead, courtesy of Chris Bolero. Fakes outside, slips it right through. Split the defense, came in. Forehand, backhand, beauty. 9:56 remaining. Longwood has taken the lead. Jake Strong heading to the bench now. Issue with his equipment as well, so Raiders complete a change that they weren't necessarily looking to make. Emelina Lassesi, her first of the year, sparks a sudden surge in offense from Longwood. The latest goal coming from Chris Bolero after Andrew Kingema found the back of the net on a 2-on-1. Longwood comes away with possession. Contry off the wall. Beaudry pressuring Luca Zara. Raiders re-enter. Forced to the outside by Contry. Looks to cut back in. Curls towards the wall. Looking for the pass. Has Rodecker at the point. Slips his stick. Leaves the zone. On the forecheck, Clementi and Beaudry. Pass. Weak side wall. And they try and get it across Rocco Azara. Benoit pulls up as the Raiders checked up, I believe, and now Napoli on the forecheck. As Benoit curls, pulls up, escapes, continues to carry, looks across, pass to Contry. Looking, lead pass, broken up initially, enters the zone, Clementi on sides, but the Raiders get it up and out. Napoli chips it, Luca Zara enters the fray, but Jack Beaudry sends it the other way. Charlie Beaudry, my apologies, thinking of brother. Comes up. Not out of the zone initially. Raiders get the clear. And Benoit gets the puck. Looking up ice. Lassesse back to Benoit. Enters with Clementi. Benoit carries. Pulls up. Shot. Save! Tannenbaum. Heading the other way. Contry breaks the play up. Clementi off the wall. Evades contact. Enters the zone. Pulls up. Under pressure. Backhand pass off the wall. Grayson Benoit looking for Charlie Beaudry in front. Can't find him. Continues to skate with it on his backhand. Curls again. Rocco Azara to the ice. As that pass is redirected in the slot. And then a lead pass for Napoli. Lassesse covering at the line. Benoit does a good job of playing that before it crosses the line. And even though he's in the offensive zone without the puck doesn't cross that line, so he's fine. That was an onside play, a great clear. Now Panaccia enters, takes a hit. Rocco Azara racing after, pass, redirected. Clementi trying to settle it. Inadvertently carried it into the slot in the Longwood zone. Sent up the wall. Valero racing after it. Rodecker has it. Pokes free. Comes to Clementi. 3-on-1 developing. Kingema the trailer. Heinlein on the back door. Shot. Scores! Longwood strikes again. 2 programs. One looking at the possibility of going back to the varsity level, another at the varsity level, but has a lot of seniors. And this time, Michael Clementi gives Longwood varsity fans some hope. D'Amico enters, pulls up on his backhand, cutting in towards the front. Puck is deflected. Comes free. Gapinoff with possession. Fires it over the net of Martins. Valero, lead pass. Heinlein behind him. Gapinoff holds the line initially. Comes in. D'Amico breaks it up. Raiders had it momentarily. DeCotry breaks it up. Bailey Ward can't hold the zone. Gapinoff is trying to settle it. DeCotry, the second effort. D'Amico comes in, fires a shot. Turned aside by Tannenbaum. Trying to see that one through traffic. Only saw part of it. Managed to make the stop. Gapinoff fires it up out of the zone. Valero will chase. Icing will be the call. We'll get a stoppage with 6:37 remaining. Back to back to back to back goals for Longwood. They lead 4-2. The latest, a beauty for Michael Clementi. 4 separate goal scorers. 2 players with multiple points, Clementi and Valero. 1 goal, 1 assist for each of them. Face off, 1 back by Longwood. Comes to Valero at the line, sends it back in. Redirected. Raiders got piece of it, but Valero holds the line. D'Amico to Kingema, trying to slip that one through to Heinlein on the back door. Can't, ends up in the corner. Heinlein, second effort towards the slot, broken up. Jake Ranieri. D'Amico forces him to the outside. Cross-ice feed. Martorello gets a piece of it, so there's no icing on the play. DeCotry will chase. The Longwood captain trying to chip it past. Martorello can't the first time. Gets it the second time, reverses. Looking for Kingema. Vignato sends it towards the net. Off the backboards. Martorello looking in front. Stick lift by D'Amico. Puck comes up but not out of the zone. Held in. Looking for pinching Vignato as he gets to work on the cycle. Collecting that deflected puck. Now comes to Kingema. Makes his move at the line. Second move. Gets the clear! A big play from Andrew Kingema. Just getting along with some breathing room. They're not offsides as Jake Ranieri carried it back into his own zone, but they checked up anyway. And now Ranieri heading up ice with speed. DeCotry with the poke check. Heinlein gets it out. Vignato has possession. Kingema pressures. Lead pass across. Rodecker off the wall. Play is broken up by Valero. Second effort. Raiders get it in on the attack. Puck comes free. Jake Ranieri comes away with it. Pass the front shot. They score! Blink and you miss it. The Raiders find the back of the net. And I might have jumped the gun on that one. Oh my, that's a save. I could have sworn that went in. I could have sworn I would have bet money on it and I would have lost it all. My God, what a save from Sebastian Martins. Battle beneath the goal line. Sebastian Martins coming up clutch when it matters most. Longwood on the defensive country, boxing out Noon, shot, redirected, looking around, delayed penalty, going against Longwood, pass to the point, Azara, that's Luca, puts it off the wall, Michael Noon, under pressure from Benoit, fades contact, Luca Azara cutting in, Longwood touches up, we get a whistle, as we get a stoppage with 4:21 remaining in the period. Longwood escaped thanks to his clutch save by Sebastian Martins. But now Grayson Benoit heads to the box. And the Raiders head to the power play. For so many years, PatMed, part of the SCHSHL program, they split off a few years back, and it seems like it's paid dividends for both programs as they're both at the top of the JV division this year. Sometimes less is more, as it turns out. Gapinoff cutting in on his backhand, forced to pull up. Strong, looking, pass to Russo, holds. Pass to the back door. Curling, nude, pass, Gapinoff. Correction, that's Strong, walking in, shot. Actually looked for the deflection from Noon. The penalty to Grayson Benoit for interference. 30 seconds gone by on that one. Shot turned aside by Martins. Rebound comes free on the opposite side. Martins trying to get a look at it. Shot redirected. And we get a whistle for a high stick. Morocco Zara put it in after the whistle, well after the whistle I should add, as that puck goes all the way down. And we'll have a defensive zone draw. 1:22 remaining on the power play. One substitution for the kill. Contry replaced by Bolero. Benoit in the box. Clementi, Beaudry up front. The Coterie stays out. Clementi in the dot. Face off. Won by the Raiders. They head up ice. Strong. Looking to beat Bolero. Bolero with the poke check. And it's offsides. Chris Bolero. And if I told you he was a U14 defenseman, would you believe me? And the great thing about high school, you get to see guys go up against players a few years older than Bolero. Plays for a U14 PIL team I had the pleasure of calling a game for a few weeks back, and always so impressive with his skating. Strong. Pass to Zara, to Nude, in the slot. Bolero with the poke check yet again. Comes to Strong. He walks in. Shot. Redirected. And Martins makes the stop. Martins shutting the door. Comes to Noon in the slot, and as it poked off his stick, comes back out, and you get that slapper. Actually holds it and then gets the shot off. Fake slap shot is what I meant to say, but as Bolero heads up ice, short-handed opportunity. Shot over the glove of Tannenbaum. Opposite side, looking. Noon pulls up. Has Gapinoff. Makes his move. Crosses the blue line. Drops it off. Jake Strong has two on the night, looking to make it three. Cuts to his backhand. Looking up front. Wraparound attempt. Save! Martins. Stop after stop after stop from Martins, but a turnover. Strong picks it up. Looking. Has his man. Looking back door. Pulls up. Fires. Shot. Save. Rebound comes free all the way out. Second attempt. It's sent right into the netting. "11 seconds remaining. 2:31. 11 seconds remaining on the power play. 2:31 in the period. Apologies for any confusion caused by that one. Face off. Ends up. The Raiders getting a shot on net. Puck comes up but not out. Vignato holds the line, and Martorello gains possession. Sent across. Redirected. Comes to Heinlein. All even. Raiders holding it at the line. Looking to get to work. Comes out of the zone. Congemma forced off the puck. Comes back out. Martorello. Jake Ranieri, 2-on-1. Nicotri boxed him out. Shot. Scores! How you doing, Jake Ranieri? He finds the back of the net. And Nicotri's done a really good job most of this game keeping them in front of him. He just can't contain Jake Ranieri this time. And Ranieri, such a smooth skater, does such a great job here. Nicotri makes that right play, but Ranieri just a step quicker that time, and Martins makes the first save. Rebound comes to the PatMed center. He's in the dot now. Ends a streak of 4 unanswered goals for Longwood. And puck comes up and not out of the zone. Battle for possession. Raiders come away with it. Martorello makes his move. Past the back doors behind Matt Panaccia. He sends it around the wall. Ranieri under pressure from Benoit. Pulls up. Under pressure. cuts towards the front. Pass intended from Martorello, leaves the zone, and the Coterie had a lot of extended time on that penalty kill, so there's a chance that doesn't happen if not for the interference call. Longwood has entered. D'Amico with possession did a good job keeping his foot on the line. Under pressure for Vignato, still looking for the pass, poked off his stick, and D'Amico's really come alive in the second half of the season. Had a strong first half as well, but one of the interesting things in JV hockey is you see players sometimes hit their stride in the middle of the year. It takes time to adjust to this level. See it in varsity too, especially with junior players. Then they come back from the summer in their senior year, they're just completely different players. But it's always good to see that in-season progress as we get an icing with 53 seconds remaining in the period. Longwood looking to escape with the lead. They had trailed 2-0 at the end of the first period, and now for defensive zone draw, Michael Noon in the dot, Jake Strong, Evan Durnick up front. Durnick sustained an injury that held him out for the start of the season. Great to see him back out on the ice. Face-off tied up. Clementi wins it. Kyle Contry up, but not out of the zone. Luca Zara, shot towards the net. Martins paddles it into the corner. Clementi with possession, looking up ice, puts it off the back of his own net. Under pressure, reverses again. Lissess chips it up, but not past Rodecker. He goes D-to-D. Raiders in their own zone. Lead pass intended for Trevor Rodecker. That goes all the way down. No icing on the play as it was touched on its way. Grayson Benoit with possession. Cross ice feed intended for Michael Clementi. That goes all the way down. No icing on the play, deeming that Luca Zara could have played it as it slowed up before it reached the goal line. Lead pass up the wall. Jake Strong can't connect with Noon. Benoit forcing him to pull up, and as Clementi takes away the angle, Longwood gets the clear. Period comes to an end, and one of the fun things about this Longwood junior varsity roster, and they have a lot of future varsity players, there's no doubt about it, but they're so aggressive on the kill, and they're so aggressive as defensemen. They always love to jump up in the play, and they thrive in that transition area. And you know, when you have Grayson Benoit, when you have Chris Bolero, when you have all these fast, speedy defenders, you can do that. And the reality is they're missing bodies. Nicotri lines up on forward a decent amount, but no Colin Kelly, the two-way defender. He can play both positions. He primarily plays defense for this squad. Though, of course, we've seen defensemen like Michael Gaffinoff make that transition at the varsity level. And at that point, I'm doing too deep a dive on this, I realize. But no Oleg Zulikovsky, no Colin Kelly, no Coy Witt. And Longwood hasn't missed a beat. An impressive performance from them. 4 goals in that second period. They only gave up 1, and that was on in the last 2 minutes after killing a penalty. After Jake Strong scored 2 goals in the first, Emelina Lissess, Andrew Congemma, Chris Bolero, Michael Clementi, they all find the back of the net, and then with under 2 minutes remaining, Jake Ranieri, assisted by Michael Martorello and Gabriel Vignato III. Just 3 penalties in this game. It's been fairly clean. So I'm sure if you really pressed either bench, almost every coach will admit that they always want 1 or 2 back, but we're pretty fortunate to have these officials out in Suffolk. And this crew tonight's done a great job. Clementi in the dot versus Zara. And face-off is won by Michael Clementi. Rocco Azara, the captain, fooled by Clementi pulling back, and now he races up ice and curls again. He's so light on his feet, Clementi. Deceptive skater, knows how to use his edges to create space, but now a turnover nearly by Nicotri. Again, normally a forward for this Longwood squad when they're at full strength, but a couple key pieces out of the lineup here tonight. Racing up ice, lead pass. Bolero enters, pulls up, cuts the outside shot. Save! Tannenbaum, glove save and a beauty. For the one-time All-Star. I believe he was selected twice, but did not make his appearance this year. December 26th, understandable. Face off, one back. Blaireau holds it in, but the Raiders get second touch. Blaireau again, the line, chips it in. Russo looking up ice. Under pressure from Andrew Congemma, but James Russo makes the lead pass to Michael Martorello, and Emelina Lissess escapes pressure. She enters the zone, and then Alexander Gapanov, lead pass. Jake Ranieri looking. Gapanov poked off his stick. Heading the other way, Chris Bolero. Michael Martorello breaks it up. Lead pass. Clementi enters. Pulls up. Gets a Gapanov. Pulls to his backhand. Poked off his stick. A strong play defensively for the Raiders. They're looking for the clear now, but Clementi gloves it down. Holds it in. Battling for it. Second effort. Jake Ranieri gets it out. Poked off his stick. Comes to Brogan Heinlein. Heinlein sends it in. I believe it might actually be Heinlein. My apologies. Lead pass intercepted by Clementi. He's been dominant here tonight in transition. Just does a great job of intercepting these passes. Now the Raiders heading in 3-on-1. Shot. Goes wide. Opposite side, Ranieri. Left wing half wall. Battling for possession with Bolero. He's down on the ice. Trying to play it from his knees. Makes the lead pass. Held in by Ranieri. He cuts it. Bolero. Poke check and a beauty. Congemma flips it up and out. Gapanov picks it up. Longwood survives that attempt. Congemma on the attack. Martorello. Lead pass. Ranieri. Forced to the outside by Nicotri. Pulls up. Looking towards the point. Finds James Russo. Looking to walk in. Puts it off his skate. Sent towards the front. Clementi gets a stick on it. Raiders settle it. Jake Strong to the point. James Russo makes his move. Andrew Congemma forces him outside. Towards the front. Pass is intercepted. Strong defensive play by Congemma, who sends it all the way down. It goes wide. It'll be an icing, but Longwood will take it. 12:27 remaining. Longwood leads by 1. Scored 4 unanswered in the second period before the Raiders. Jake Ranieri found the back of the net, and now Longwood just trying to hold on to this win, it seems. Hold on to this lead, it seems, at the start of this period. Shot goes wide from the point. Opposite side, Vignato backhands it. And that one goes off the boards. Matt Feld collects. Using his size, cuts in, walks in, shot. Redirected, blocked by Benoit. He heads up ice. And now has to reset in his own zone after Raiders broke up the zone exit. Lead pass to Congemma. And it rolled on him. Benoit, or Nico rather, can't force a turnover. Contry brings the stick down. Breaks that one up, and you notice with Kyle Contry, he brings the stick down very low on some of those plays once they're all tight in. You don't normally see that from a defender, but it's been working for him because he's been able to catch those PatMed forwards in very little space when he does it. And Martins is going to cover that one up with the cover. It's not very typical strategy, but it works, and that's all you can ask for. It's every time he does it, I feel like they're going to figure out. He's like, oh, they put his arm down. You'd think that draws his upper body out of position. No. Every time as a skater, whatever he's doing, technically it's working. It's impressive. D'Amico up the wall. Rodecker shot. Comes around. Now, if he does it he doesn't do this always either. Just how this game is played out. He's also been involved in a lot of battles as that shot towards the net is deflected by Benoit. Clearing attempt broken up. D'Amico breaks it up. Has it. Under pressure from Strong. Takes a hit as he chips it in. Tannenbaum reverses. Lissess says thank you very much. Redirected just wide. Went off Tannenbaum's skate. Battling for it now. Lissess enters the fray. Stick lifted. Comes free beneath the goal line. Comes up the wall. Held in by Benoit. Raiders get the clear. They head up ice in transition. They enter. Cutting to the outside shot. Goes wide of Martin's net. Well wide. Beaudry chasing against Noon. Comes in across. Good work on the forecheck, and then Benoit breaks up the play. Contry supports. They've been very strong as a pair. They do a good job anticipating each other's moves, and then that pass is headed for Beaudry. Deflected. He's coming in on a breakaway. Tannenbaum comes out and plays it. Raiders want a call, but as they go after Beaudry, there's nothing Beaudry did wrong there. Tannenbaum isn't just out of his net. He's all the way downtown. there's a limited amount of space a goaltender can take. Now, look, if you're in the blue paint, that's one thing. If you're in the blue paint, that's one thing. As it stands, Tannenbaum's at the hash marks, playing that one. And you know what? Good for him playing that one. Him crashing in to Longwood forechecker. That you see Raiders players on the bench raising their arms, but that's not a penalty. And Longwood has the last change here. It seems like they had to cut that one short. A player left his mouthpiece on the bench is what I believe I'm hearing from Longwood bench, but nonetheless will be an offensive zone draw. 10-14 remaining. Face off. Tied up. Won by the Raiders. Rocco Azara enters. Bolero. Nice kick there. Stick lift by Azara, but Bolero escapes. Sends it up. Out. Delayed offsides. Raiders have to check up. Longwood. McCoutry holds, and Bolero, such a smooth skating defenseman, really gets low in his stride as he makes that pass. It was intended for Beaudry, who was getting a change. It'll end up heading all the way down. Luca Azara with possession. Clementi beneath the goal line, trying to force a turnover, battling with Rocco Azara. Ties him up initially, but Luca Azara supports. And then Evelina Stasesi comes in. Shot redirected off of Trevor Rodecker. Sent towards the slot, but it's intercepted. Raiders head the other way. Rodecker, lead pass, coming in. Azara, Bolero takes away the angle. Raiders centerman sends it off the back of the net. Deflects all the way out. Racing the other way, Michael Clemente enters, pulls up. Shot, turned aside, rebound comes free in the corner. And we get a whistle. And it appears a Raiders player will head to the box. That's Rocco Azara. Exchanging words with the official. Or no, it appears both players are going. 9:08 remaining. Rocco Azara, Chris Bolero to the box. Fernando Martins gesturing to his defenseman to maybe not say anything. Didn't want him to get in trouble. That's the right decision. Raiders bench did the same to Azara. They're offsetting penalties, and draw is tied up. Won by the Raiders. McCoutry. Poke check, breaks up the zone entry, and it's offsides by a mile, and we get the whistle. Martorello tries to slip in. He's like, they won't see me, and, well, the officials did, so we get a stoppage here. And apologies for that hand in front of the camera. That was our very own Jared German. I wish I could say we're training him. We're not. Michael Clementi can't win the draw that time against Jake Ranieri. Puck comes up. Lasesi plays it. Comes into the zone. DeCoutry racing after it. Under pressure from Martorello. Versus Grayson Benoit. Picks up speed quickly. Chips it off the wall. Lasses up, out of the zone. Racing after Clementi. One-on-one against Gapinoff. Pulls up. Cuts in. Shot. Save. Rebound. Save! Tannenbaum! Clementi forcing it free. Back into the zone. Held in at the line. Contry. First attempt. Second attempt. Jake Ranieri. Breakaway. Racing back. It's Contry. Pulls up. Shot. Save. Morton's rebound is free. Longwood netminder makes the stop when it matters most as Kyle Contry races back to lift the stick of Ranieri. Tried to put it through his legs that time. Ends up getting tied up with Clementi. But Ranieri comes away with it. Enters. Pulls up. Tries to slip past Benoit. He separates him from the puck. Contry collects. Sends it up the wall. Out of the zone. Lasses can't win the race to the puck. Longwood gets a partial change. Clementi reigns out on the ice. Looking. Russo chips it in. Offsetting minors. Sirocco Azar and Christopher Bolero for roughing with 9:08 remaining. As it stands, those two have another 25 so seconds as we get a whistle. Appears we have a call going against the Raiders. And heading to the box, it'll be Robert Napoli. So it'll be a power play for Longwood. 7:33 remaining in the period. Grayson Benoit stays out. Longwood running 3 defense. Contry will stay out as well. Sportsmanlike conducts for the calls to Azara and Bolero. My apologies. As the face-off tied up, Raiders get the win. They get it out of the zone. Racing after it. Strong. Contry. Poke. Check. Forces him outside. Second effort. Grayson Benoit settles it. Sends it around the wall. No icing as that one slips past the stick of Ignato. 15 seconds gone by on the power play. And yet it's Longwood that was on the defensive to start this one off. Beaudry and D'Amico looking to get to work. Beaudry breaks it up. D'Amico pressuring strong, but the Raiders' leading scorer puts it off the back of the net using his size to shield nicely. But D'Amico does a great job using his speed. As Strong escapes a whack from Beaudry. Turnover forced. Heinlein has it. Lead pass. D'Amico coming in 1-on-2. Strong the back checker. D'Amico escapes one, escapes the other. Knocked off by Strong. Heading the other way now. Offs. No. Officials deem that one on. Strong cutting in. Shot. Save. Martins. Puck is loose. And the officials gesture. It's a good goal. Martin seemed like he had it covered. Seemed like the whistle was coming, but officials down there have a better angle than I do. And you can see here, it ends up in the shoulder he has, and then it slips down after that. I think he thought the whistle was coming or had come when he lets that one go. So the Raiders score a shorthanded goal. Bolero released from the box, as is Rocco Azara. It's a tie game, 4-4. Longwood bench unhappy with that one, but they'll learn to roll with the punches, or they know to roll with punches. But Clemente in the dot against Azara. Face-off is won by the Raiders. They send it the length of the sheet. Nicotri against Rocco Azara. Stick lift in the corner, battling the Longwood captain versus the Raiders captain, Lissesse. Turnover forced by Martorello. Tries to reverse, but Clemente rescues. Makes the pass to the captain. Give and go. Shields against Azara, who loses his stick in the process. He has it back now as Clemente enters, pulls up under pressure. Azara forcing a turnover initially, then put off the wall. Raiders with possession, shorthanded. They have one shorthanded goal here tonight. They were looking for their second. Longwood's power play struggling to generate much as Azara on the attack against Bolero. Forces a turnover. Martorello in the slot. Shot. Save. Martins comes free. Clemente behind the net looking for Nicotri. Turnover. Azara pins it. Penalty will expire. Turn to 5-on-5. Battle between Bolero and Azara. Nicotri comes away with Martorello on him. Longwood defender pulls up. Goes D to D. Bolero enters. Cuts in. Under pressure from Noon. Tied up. Sent out of the zone by Martorello, and there's icing on the play. We get a stoppage with 5:06 remaining. Clemente in the dot. Just correcting an issue with his neck guard, which came off. Raiders crowd calling for a penalty, but Clemente instead just kicked out of the box, and Kingema will take the draw. Not really sure we should want a player kicked out for correcting an equipment issue. That's just a bit silly in my opinion. Strong on the attempted zone entry, forced to pull up. Second attempt enters, pulls up, has it, looking for the shot. Drop pass, broken up by Clemente. Kingema, right back to Clemente. Pulls up, and Skapinov tries to slip through. Raiders defender gets him that time. Play is broken up. Heads up ice. Back. Benoit. Contry. Skapinov. 3-on-2. Noon. The trailer. Strong on the back door. And the pass to Noon goes awry. Sent around the wall. Strong with possession. Looking. Has it still. Turnover forced. Nearly, but comes to Ranieri. And Contry sends it free. Up. Out of the zone. Raiders put it back into late offsides. But Longwood coughs it up. Gapanov on the attack. Knocked off the puck by Benoit. Noon collects, looking towards the point. Jake Ranieri has it. Lead pass, broken up, strong. Has it beneath the goal line, looking. Play is broken up. Noon. Back beneath the goal line. Raiders have it. Pass to the point. Jake Ranieri, shot. Redirected, turned aside by Martins. Kangema against Gapanov. Turnover. Lessess has Clementi. Ends up off sides as Lessess makes a stutter step. Clementi looking for the pass, and opportunity goes awry. And you don't want to make a pass to your teammate right in front of you like that, but when you have a goal scorer like Michael Clementi, well, at some point or another, most of us in our lives learned that we had to defer. Sometimes on the ice, it's hard to do that in motion. And that's how you get that offsides. Benoit with possession. Looking up ice. Lead pass. Leaves the zone. Racing after it. Longwood defender skates in. Benoit shot. Redirected. Rebound. Loose. Benoit can't settle it. Martorello looking for the clear. Maybe he was looking for Rocco Azara, but ends up being an icing here regardless. 3:12 remaining. It's tied as this game currently stands. I apologize. As it currently stands, this game would require overtime. Got tripped up there. D'Amico in the dot. Face off. Won by the Raiders. Comes up towards Martorello. Play is broken up. Longwood holding it in initially. Comes out. Beaudry against Zara. Lead pass. Bailey Ward cutting to the outside. Shot wide of the net. On the other side, Rocco Azara collects. Left wing corner. Chips it off the wall. Looking to get to work on the cycle, but Valero against Ward. Longwood defender comes away with it. Gets sent to the ice by Azara. Strong shot from an off angle. Broken up after it was turned aside. Now Longwood. Benoit to Valero. Lead pass. Ends up rolling, but Beaudry collects. Pulls up. Looks. Pass. D'Amico can't settle it. Turnover. Heading the other way. Looking for the backdoor play to Noon. As that one goes the length of the ice, we get a whistle. Puck was behind both the defender and the winger. That's why you get an icing. If it had slipped between the two, you might have seen that waved off. Timeout by Longwood. And we're back from the break.
Has 11 skaters. They have nobody.
2-game misconduct license.
Yeah, but they also have guys like a junior practice.
Yeah. Face off. Apologies, I was talking to our very own Eric Bellier about a varsity game. We do the full varsity recaps on the LI Hockey website, so my apologies for that. He's on the other side. That's a West Islip KPC game. That's 2-2. Shot goes wide, and then on the other side, Strong collects, looks for the wraparound, can't find it. Has possession. We approach, 2 minutes remaining. Pass across, telegraphed, intercepted. D'Amico pulls up. Pass across, Clementi. What a strong play from D'Amico. Then Clementi makes a couple moves. Ends up getting it deep. D'Amico forces Gapanov to throw it up the boards. Benoit pinching in, cuts in, knocked off the puck. Michael Noon, but there's a penalty going against the Raiders, and not too surprised about that one because you can see how it impacted possession that time, and we're going to wait for the official call. I never want to jump the gun, but definitely understandable to say the least. It doesn't mean it was... Raiders trying to get down to 4 guys on the ice. Face-off is won by the Raiders. They send it down. Waiting on what the penalty for Gapinoff is officially assessed as is reversal. Bolero, lead pass, Clementi. Looking up ice, pass, Benoit. Ranieri plays it. Benoit enters, walks in, shot, off the back of the net. Longwood defender to Clementi. Walks in, shot, off angle, rebound, free. Sent into the corner. Call against Gapinoff for interference. That checks out. Bolero, shot for the point. Rebound is free. Longwood can't settle. Second attempt. Save! Tannenbaum! D'Amico tied up. McCoutry comes away with a shot. Rather pass towards the front of the net. Broken up. Bolero can't hold the line. Under pressure. Escapes. Backhand pass. Feathers it. Clementi off the wall. Sends it in. Opposite side. McCoutry will chase against Rodecker. He sends it up the wall. Bolero steps in. Can't get the shot off. Whiffs. Strong. Heading up ice. Benoit back. 2-on-2. Benoit. Rather Bolero diving down to break up that play. Now, Raiders looking to get to work, but Bolero is forced to turnover. 25 seconds remaining in the period, more than that on the power play. Ranieri nearly forced the turnover. Clementi under pressure, tied up by Noon. Lead pass off the wall. D'Amico comes free. McCoutry looking, pass. D'Amico racing into the back door. Strong play by Jake Strong, who sends it up, not out. Ranieri rest of the way, and we'll get a shot that goes wide. 20 seconds remaining on the power play as we head to overtime. 4 minutes on the board. You're watching Suffolk County High School Hockey League Junior Varsity action on the Long Island Sports Network. Don't forget to follow the @LI Sports Network on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter for all the latest game news, recaps, highlights, and analysis. Courtesy of our very own Jared German. All kidding aside, we have a great crew here, including we always include our broadcasters in the crew because, well, we all do our best to do the work behind the scenes. Face-off is one back. Heinlein walks in, 4-on-3. Do the man advantage, but after the penalty expires, they'll go to 4-on-4, and then his contrary shot turned aside by Tannenbaum. The next whistle, I can't remember if it stays on 4-on-4. I believe it does, but pass goes awry, turnover. Raiders with possession, looking, lead pass, Azara, penalties expire, coming in, toe drag, Contry, poke check, second attempt, Gapinoff, shot is stopped. My apologies, meant to say Alexander Gapinoff, not. We're going to cut this replay short, but it was a beautiful save by Sebastian Martins. 3:30 remaining in the frame. Face off, one back. Contry looking, up ice. Slips past the defender at the line. Gapinoff under pressure. Makes the pass. D-to-D off the wall. Intended for Strong. Lassess forces him to pull up. Looking, up ice. Has Gapinoff and Azara. Settles it after moving it to the Raiders defender, who looks back across for Strong. Pass. Saucer settled. Enters. Pulls up, cuts towards the slot, looking for the shot, finds it, saved Martins. No, it slips through. Jake Strong completes the hat trick, secures the overtime victory. Initially, man, I've been 0 for 2 on this. I thought for sure earlier that he didn't give that one up, but this time I was sure he saved it. Just slips through 5-hole, trickling on in. Tough break for him. He had a great game too, so it's unfortunate, but thank you so much for watching on the Long Island Sports Network. Final score in overtime, 5-4 in favor of the Raiders. Have a good night, everyone. We'll be back on Wednesday.